I'm Charibeth Cheng. I am the head for research at Senti Tech Labs Inc. I am also an assistant professor at DLSU University and a senior researcher at their Center for Language Technologies. So I started researching on NLP. I think it's in 2003. So there were about 6 faculty members from our department who proposed a machine translation system that will be able to translate from English to Filipino and from Filipino to English. It's a project funded by DOST. When we proposed it, it actually was not, we had a difficult time having it approved by DOST because the panel then, they could not appreciate the importance of building a system that will translate English to Filipino when Filipinos are very good in English. So it's also in that project that I realized that it's not simple to build algorithms to make the computer understand a language, especially a language that's like Filipino, that is very dynamic. We come up with new words so often. There are many variations to our spellings. The machine is not as powerful then as it is now. So the algorithms that we were building had its limitations. And so even if the project already ended, personally I continued my work, although it was not specifically on translation, but I did not leave the area of NLP. So Senti is it's something that came from the academe, from the research that Ralph and I were doing at LaSalle. Ralph found a way to push it to industry. It started as a social media listening tool for businesses. As I've said, it is something like a research project, a pet project, a science project in the laboratory at DLSU, but it was pushed to commercialization through that Startup Weekend Manila. In Senti, the main focus of the research arm is to still come up with models that will make it understand as many Philippine languages as possible. So there are more than 175 documented Philippine languages, and a Filipino at the minimum is bilingual. So which makes it very difficult to come up with models that would understand us, Filipinos. And if the data that we are using are coming from the internet, it cannot just understand Tagalog or English or Bisaya. It has to understand a lot of languages. So that's the challenge in Senti. With machines or with computer hardware that is allowing us to come up with better algorithms to understand, to learn from samples of the language, it makes it also easier, but it poses as a challenge also on how to make the machine learn as our language evolves. Because we come up with new words every day, we coin new words, we borrow words, and the words 5 years ago may have a different meaning now. So it's a continuous development and improvement of the models. That's the main challenge. We cannot just stop when we've come up with a product. That product has to continuously improve and learn. It is good that we are at a time where hardware is improving to make mathematical models and algorithms be efficient enough to run on that machine. There are many algorithms now that are just being implemented that has been known since the 1970s, but were not implemented because the hardware is not ready. So I think one contribution of Senti to the scientific community is making the industry appreciate that research in the academe can actually be used in the industry, in different industries actually. And there is value in what is done in the academe in businesses. At DLSU, we are always forced to, or we're not forced, we are encouraged to do research. And so we always keep ourselves up to date with what is there, what are the models there, while the problems in the industry may not know that there are certain mathematical and computer models that can already be used to solve whatever needs that they have. So that's one thing that Senti can offer, because it's a merging of business and research. 15 years ago, we knew that there are certain algorithms that we cannot implement. But now, it's just a matter of knowing which algorithm to implement. The main challenges for Senti is to always keep itself updated in terms of what others are doing around the world. We cannot stay stagnant with what we have accomplished, because aside from the problem that we are trying to solve, which is language understanding, aside from that problem being ever evolving, there are also new things that are happening so fast in NLP.